What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Thursday, July 11th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a great week so far. Thanks for all the engagement on yesterday's video, talking about how all that Venus sort of energy was playing out in your life, whether it was relationship to self, money, others. There's a lot of people saying relationship to self, and then a lot of people were saying both, and I think they go hand in hand. And yeah, sometimes we're not looking for the other, right? So let's look at Thursday. Apologize, I can't see very well tonight. I was swimming with Sterling all day, not all day, but for a good portion of the day in a saltwater pool, and my eyes are wrecked, so blurry. So hopefully, I wake up tomorrow when you guys are watching this and I can see too. But I think I can see enough. I kind of know where everything's at anyway, so it's just about circling. Anyways, the big news today is Venus ingress into Leo, and it's opposing Pluto for the next day. So definitely a big shift for Venus here coming into the sun sign. Venus loves Leo. It definitely gets to really feel itself, kind of craves the attention, kind of craves the spotlight. Feels good when we're getting recognition from other people, when other people are like seeing how special we are. Of course, it's a time to really recognize how special you are, and to kind of, in like a very healthy way, this is going to trigger people, but in a very healthy way, utilize narcissism in your life. Not like putting people down, not being, showing no empathy to people, but definitely showing a lot of love to yourself, showing a lot of recognition to yourself. Could be in a very strong attraction time where people can definitely see that in other people. So, people are going to be shining right now. You're going to be shining, hopefully, throughout this transit. And this is something that you want to step into the limelight and like enjoy the energy of, receiving. That's very Venus too, receiving sort of praise, if you will. It's very good for our creative endeavors, things that we want to pop in life, that we want to show up, that we're trying to create. This, money wise too, this is definitely like time to go make it, time to go do it, time to go create it. Relationships, if you're looking for it, go create it. Venus is going to be opposite Pluto though, so anyways, all of that sort of energy kind of focused on self and what it can create and what it can relate with definitely gets ultimately intensified by a lot of other people, by society. Definitely a good reflection right now because the intensity is so ramped up that how do you deal with the intensity? Is it intensity of needing more money, needing to create financial stability? Is it the intensity of needing to create stability within oneself to be able to be self-sustainable? Is it the feeling of needing to relate and share passion and love with another? Pluto's just making it a much more deep and intensive dive, and hopefully showing us. Here's a good one. Venus opposite Pluto is a very obsessive. It's obsessive compulsive. It wants to get in, it wants to have, it wants all of it, it wants to merge. Well, Pluto's in Aquarius, the sign of being able to detach. So, one thing to know is that anything worth having is something that we should be able to let go of. If we can't let go of it, it means too much and it's not healthy. We got to be able to let go of things so that we can have things. So, in some ways, this could be certain desires, in some ways, this could be people, but not letting that dim your light, dim your shine, if you will. It's also Sun trine Saturn day. So, we got to be emotionally, especially with the Sun in Cancer and a Sun in Pisces, we got to be emotionally on our shit, if you will. We got to be responsible. We got to be the authority figure in our life. We got to be able to have discipline, set rules, not overindulge. Especially with Venus here, opposite Pluto, it could be a very indulgent, like I'm going to overindulge in something. Well, is it really the best thing for our soul's growth to overindulge in that substance and that thing with Saturn and Pisces? in that part of society, in this and that and the other thing. So really being responsible and knowing when too much is too much, but also knowing when to put the pedal to the metal, if you will. We're going to see the moon finish up in Virgo. It's going to trine over to Uranus. It's going to start off the day trine Mars. So the moon's definitely making some good aspects here. It will start off the day quincunx Chiron, which, I don't know, it's making some good aspects elsewhere. I mean, hopefully we're not in some way putting ourselves down as Venus is coming into Leo. We definitely want to like look at ourselves in a very like king or queen like manner, but not in like a overbearing way when it comes to other people, but definitely want to put ourselves on a throne in many ways and like kind of give ourselves that love and attention. Moon in Virgo is definitely humbling, but it's wanting to kind of do things differently today. It's kind of wanting to do something abnormal, mix things up, be a little bit more creative. Venus and Leo can be creative too, so not bad by any means, but that moon's also gonna oppose Neptune today as well. So it's an interesting thing with Venus and Pluto and Venus and Neptune, which is just coming off that trine, and the moon opposing Neptune. The delusions that we could get kind of hung up on, lost in certain ideals or visions about people, they're heavy, and there could be some humbling aspects that we have to go through today, or some kind of disillusionment, especially today, because now Pluto's not going to hide it from us anymore with Venus. It's going to show us the nitty gritty, where we're coming off a trine with Venus and then the moon opposite that Neptune. It's just like there definitely can be like the curtains being raised, and it's not a big scary Oz. It's actually just some dude, Wizard of Oz reference, but definitely like in some ways a curtain call to like what's real and what isn't, and like not overindulging too much, but also not losing ourselves in a fantasy, losing ourselves in a thing, in a person, in a anything outside of ourselves. But remember to come back into ourself and put the final touches, because this moon in Virgo, it wants to put these like really beautiful, pure touches to our own self, and to not overly critique or judge, but to act on what changes can be the most substantial to our own individuality. And then the moon's going to finish off the day coming into Libra, and it's going to trine Pluto. It's going to sextile Venus. So definitely a jam-packed day, lots of stuff's going on. So it's definitely going to feel different throughout the day. I think the morning starts off kind of like powerful in many ways, and kind of like, whoa, oh yeah, let's go. And then we kind of have to work through a few things throughout the day, tidy up some corners. And then by the end of the day, it's like, well, how comfortable are we with the intensity of life right now? Do we feel good about it? Is that intensity feeling balanced and feeling justified in some way or another? And is it making the aesthetic of our life better and more beautiful with the moon coming into Libra? Or are we lost from ourself, and are we detached and disconnected from being able to show ourselves the love, to appreciate what we have and what we can do to create, and what we can move on from, and also at the same token get started with. So definitely a jam-packed Thursday, but nothing we can't handle. I'm a mess. Can't see. Nose is running. Oh my god, an upright card, and it's the Fool. Congratulations. Yay me. I love this Fool card too. Well, I think that's a good way to look at things. We got a lot of new energy popping off. Yeah, it can be intense, but why not jump into it? Why not be ready to see where things are going? I think we're putting a lot of final touches on ourselves, and then in some ways we're starting, over, and we want to be like mature about it, but we also want to be youthful, and we also want to be like curious. And I think The Fool card's a beautiful one because it represents, you know, the beginning of the journey, but it also represents this like in between sort of energy too of like knowing what's to come and knowing it's not easy, but not being scared to like go for it, right? So it's this like very beautiful sort of center in many ways that starts us off in the major arcana. And yeah, I think it's let's go make let's go make our realities better. Let's go create. Let's go love ourselves. Stop being scared of change. It's even got a full moon in this card, of course. The wolf howling, the guide in the back. It's, it's a beautiful day. I think if you're feeling like you need to jump, you know, into something or take a leap, it's a good time for it. And to be and to have that like youthful sort of naivety to do it without, you know, feeling burdened by too many things or worried about certain things. Everything's going to come into its alignment at the right time. And sometimes you just got to go for it and start the journey. So, a little extra message with the tarot today there. I appreciate you all. Love you. I hope you have a great Thursday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.